So class, we are going to start constructors. Okay, we have three types of constructors: default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. Today we are going to discuss two constructors, default and parameterized. What is the purpose of constructor and where we use constructor, why we apply constructor in our program. Number one, constructor is a special member function which is used to initialize the data members of the class. Means we have some data members with our program and we want to put the values to these data members. Constructor is really helpful to put the values to the data members. Now you can ask me, we can use methods also to initialize the data members of the class. Yes, you are right, we can apply methods also, but method is always controlled by the programmer. Constructor is always controlled by the system. Whenever you create an object for the class, directly constructor will be invoked. It means the performance is very high. It will take less time to execute the process. If you are using the same thing with method should be manually called by the programmer. It takes the time to execute the particular source code. So my dear, performance is very fine if we use constructor instead of method is one thing. Second, now you can ask me, if we are using constructor for initialization of data members, we can also use constructor to display the data to other parts of the program or on the display screen. Yes, we can, but we will not do it. Why? Because if we apply constructor to display the data, as I told you, we will not have any control if we apply constructor. It means we will not have any control on the data. Data will be displayed to everyone. And we want to hide the data. We don't want to show all the data to everyone. We will show only the particular data which is useful to the particular part of the program. It is not like that the whole data will be considered for everyone. So that's why for initialization of the data members, constructor is a wonderful concept. For display the data to other parts of the program or to the display screen, method is a wonderful thing. Okay, so we need to categorize it. We need to categorize it where we use method and where we use constructor. Okay, so that's why we are using constructor very well for initialize the data members of the class and methods to display the output on the screens. Okay, to display the data. So now today we are going to implement the constructors. So to implement the constructor, first we need to create a class, because without class we cannot able to implement the constructors. Okay, so today we are taking a small project and we will continue this project for the long term. So today we are going first phase of this project. So we are taking here, first we creating a class by using a keyword class and the name of the class. I am taking a name of the class product brand. Okay, this is the name of the class, and inside the class we will take some data members. I am not taking any access specifier for this data member, so these data members are private. Okay, so we are taking here private data members. This class is following the process of encapsulation. This is encapsulation. Encapsulation we implement by using class. Okay, so data members we take here like string product name p underscore name. Okay, it's a product name. Second, we take brand base location. Brand base location means from where the brand is. Okay. Third is integer type data, product ID. Okay, and we will take one more, brand start year, in which year the brand started. Okay, is like that. And double product price. So we have taken the data members like product name, base location, product brand name is okay, product brand name, base location, product ID, start year, and we will take here product name also, product name. So we have taken like this. So how many data members we have taken? 3 string type, 2 integer type, and 1 double type. Okay, so now these are the data members. In these data members we want to put values. So how can we put values? First we will apply default constructor. So default constructor means constructor without parameters. Okay, constructor should be public. We should remember this point. So we will take here public. Constructor should be public, first thing. Now apply a name of constructor. What is the name of constructor? Same as the class name. So constructor same name as the class name. So what is your class name? Product brand. Okay, this is your class name, and apply here parenthesis. It is a constructor. Okay, inside the constructor we will give the values to the data members. So what is the first value? Product brand name. Brand name is always same. We will not change the brand name. Product brand name, and I am putting here a string type value. So you can see we put the value here for brand name. Okay, start year, it will not be changed, or base location. These things is same all the time. So base location, this is the base location, and the start year, where when the brand has been started, B underscore start year, like I am taking 2015. These values are fixed. Okay, now some values we will take from the user. So how can we do this? See out, we will take here enter, we will take product ID, and in this product ID, from where we are storing P underscore ID. This is C in. We are not taking here like this, we are taking. Okay, so we have taken the value here for the product ID. The same we will apply for all. So here you can see 3 things we have taken, because these things are always the same. So we initialized by default. Okay, here these things we are taking from user, because it can be changed. Product ID, product name, price, it can be changed, and we can take many details, product fabric, many details. Okay, but we are not taking more here, just we need to understand the concept. Okay, that's why. So this is the description of the product, and this is the description of the brand. Okay, after that we apply here method. What we apply? Method. If we apply method, we should remember 5 things. Number 1, access specifier. Access specifier public is already defined here. It is public, already defined. Okay, default constructor. Okay, now we are writing a method. So for writing a method, first the access specifier is already done, public. Second is return type. So I am taking like here return type. After that I am taking here return type string. After that, the name of the method. Name of the method, product description, DSC. Okay, and the method, first is access specifier, second is return type of the method, method name, parameter list, we are not passing any parameter, and body. These are the 5 things to explain the method to our system. Okay, this is the string is a return type of the method. Method is product description. Product description is a method. String is a return type of the method. Public is a access specifier of the method. Okay, if your method is public, only it is able to access outside the class, otherwise no. Okay, so here in this method description we are writing everything from here and we will put here. So just we will do here so now you can see we have 6 members and these are the 6 members. We get the detail here. Yes, it has a string type data to be returned. We will write here a returned value from this method. So how can we write it? Return, and we take like product ID and product name. Okay, so we will take here product ID we can write like this. First is product ID, then tab space, then product name, okay, then string. So whatever the ID you are writing here and whatever the name you are writing here, it will be showing here done with this. Okay, and here you put it end L. So the next line will come. Yeah, so my dear, see here product constructor, product brand class constructor, and this is product description. This is a method. So method we are using for display the values. We are using for display the values, and constructor we are using to input the values, initialization of data. Okay, here you can see this thing we have taken for the brand. Okay, this thing we have taken for the brand, and these things we have taken for show the results. So here we will apply it's like that. Now you can see the whole program is this. This is the class having constructor and method. Constructor for initializing the values, method for display the values. Okay. So now what we will do after that, after creating this, we will come to the main body. Inside the main body we will create an object for the class, because we want to access the features of the class. I told you main is a entry point of the program. Without creating an object, without using a main body, whatever the source code you have written, it doesn't work. It work only after the main will be start to execute. Okay. So for executing a main body, first we should have main in our program. Second, inside the main we create an object for the class, because we want to access the features of the class. Okay. So what is the name of the class? The name of the class is product brand. So we will take this class name. We will take this class name, product brand, and the object name. We have taken this object. Okay. Whenever we create an object, constructor calls automatically. Even you can see I didn't write any source code after this. And if I execute it, just constructor will call directly. Whenever we create object, constructor will call automatically. What is the constructor? The class constructor. Okay. And you will get the result here, like it is showing enter product ID. So you enter the product ID, after that the product name, after product price. So you can check here, it is not showing any result, but it takes the value. How it takes the value? Because you have just created a constructor and you are creating an object. Whenever you create an object, constructor will automatically call. Inside the constructor you need to put the 3 values, so it gets from here. Now what we will do, we will call the method also. What is the method name? Product description. This is our method name. So first we write object dot method name. Now it will display the data. So you see, we didn't call constructor called automatically by the object, but the method we manually called. This is the calling method. It calls manually. Constructor calls automatically by the compiler. Okay. Now if you execute this, you will see it gets ID, then the name, product name, then the product price. You see, it is showing you brand, from where, and the starting year. And here it is showing product ID, product name, and product price. So you can see here all the details. These details we initialize because it is a long life detail and it will not be changed throughout the centuries. So these details are same all the time. So that's why we put it with the initialization with the values. Here we have given the choice to the user having a choice to input the values. Now you see, we have given one return statement, but we are not seeing the output of the return statement. Why? Because we didn't write a cout here. We will write here cout, and we just write it like this. If you will write like this, then we will get the value from this. This value is returned but not print. It will be print with the help of cout. Okay. So we will put here now And one more thing, we will just show the value with the dollars. Okay,
Space means space.
yeah, tab space, tab, T means tab. Okay, tab space. Our screen is divided into 8 tabs, 8 tabs.
Yes.
It's one tab space. Okay, so brand, this is the full detail, and this is shirt done. Okay, this one we can take the next line by handle. Yeah, just here put /n and it will be going to the next line. Okay, till now constructor without parameters, default constructor. Now we want to make it parameterized constructor. How can we do this? This is the full program for non-parameterized constructor. System pose, if you are using Visual Studio only you can apply, otherwise if you are using code block, system pose don't apply. All of you understand this? Any problem into it? First is, you can see here, first is we have a class. Okay, inside class we have private data members. After that, inside the public section we make a constructor. This constructor is default because we are not passing any parameter here. Okay, then we have given some values. These values we fixed because these values will not be changed throughout the life. Okay, we have just taken the values from the user which is going to be changed, modified. After that we have taken one method. This method is default because we are not passing even here any parameter, and we just use this method to display the output on the screen. This is the return type of the method. If we want to show this value, we need to be taking here cout object while we are calling a object of the method of the class. Okay, and we create an object here, and after that with the help of this object we call the method of the class for display the output. For constructor we don't need to call this part of the program because constructor will be called automatically whenever you create an object of the class. Okay, so you create an object, then directly this part of the program will be executed. After creating object only this will be executed. Now we are going to take a parameterized constructor. For parameterized constructor, what we will do, we will pass here some parameters. What are the parameters we are taking from user? PID, okay, name and price. Okay, so here we pass some parameters. I am passing here 3 parameters, so it will become parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor, the first is we are taking ID. Okay, so I am taking only ID. Second, name. So I am taking name. Here we have taken underscore, here we are taking small p. Okay, and the next is price. P price. So we have taken this. So price is also default double, double type. Okay, so accordingly we are taking here. So this is what? This is parameterized constructor. Now we have taken the values here. So we are putting these values to the data members. What are the data members? Data members are on the top, PID, and we are putting here value P. This is the first. Second is P underscore name. So P underscore name, and here P name. Okay, what is the third one? P underscore price and P price. So we have taken these details. We have taken these details. We will not change anything in the output program. In the output section, we will not change anything. So after that, you will see here we have 3 data members. How many data members? 3. So these data members we will take from the user, and we will put here this name. You can change or same, is your choice. It is not compulsory. Like PID, and here P name, and here P price. Okay, here we will write the same data members, string P name, after that another one is integer type, PID, another one is double type. So we have taken here all the data members. So here you can see this object is giving error. You know why? Because we are passing a parameters for this. So for passing a parameter, how can we do this? Control V and write here bracket. And what are the parameters you are passing here? ID, name and price. Okay, so ID put here, then name, then price. So how many parameters you have? The same parameters you will have here. This is parameterized constructor. So in this constructor, you can see the name same as the class name. Here we are passing 3 parameters. Some values we fixed because these values are same throughout the centuries. These are the values we initialized to the data members of the class. These are the data members. These all are the data members. Okay, and these data members are private. We didn't write here any keyword public, private, protected. So by default it is private. If we want to make it public, we should write it here public. Okay, so public section is only having one constructor and one method. Inside the method we didn't change because the output we are not going to change. Output is same in all the ways. Here with the help of main method we pass the values to the object. So these values will go where? These values will go to the constructor, because whenever you create a object, constructor will be automatically invoked. So whatever the number of parameters and what are the type of values you are giving here, the same number of parameter and values should be here. You cannot change. It should be the same signature. Okay, so you can see here it is creation of class object and constructor invoked. Invoked means call. Invoked implicitly means automatically. Implicitly. Okay. So now if you execute this source code, here it will ask for the user input, and this user input will pass from here, and then it will directly call the constructor and it will initialize the values to these data members. Okay, complete the data members, then the control back here, and it will execute this part of the program. First it will call the product description method. Product description method will display the output on the screen, and then it will come back here and it shows the output. From this output you will receive because we have a return value from here. This value returned to be here, and whatever the value returned, it will be displayed on the screen. Okay, so this is the particular way to write a source code for our parameterized constructor. So we will execute this program. So it is asking now the product name, product price. So you can see here this is the brand name, then the product ID, product name, product price, and the return value. This is the return value. Shirt, done. So it is look like a bill in the shopping mall. If you see, the bill will be like that. Okay, if you are taking here more product, so more product will be adding, and you can calculate the sum of the price after that, and you will get the full bill. So bill will be in this format, like this is the brand, the location, the year, and then the product ID, whatever you purchase, and the last is this particular thing is completed, is like that. Understand? This is the constructor we discussed here, parameterized and non-parameterized.